Hi, my name is Dennis, and over the past 3 years, I worked with countless coaches, whether it's helping solo entrepreneurs hit their first 10K per month or scaling established coaching businesses to 7 figures. In fact, just last week, one of my clients hit an incredible 10K per day. So you can trust me when I say I've seen firsthand what makes some coaching businesses wildly successful while others stay stuck. And in this video, I'll show you the trick that only a small percentage of coaching businesses are using to achieve these results. The trick is to ask your leads for small steps of commitment at least 7 times. Now, if this seems like nonsense to you, let me share an interesting story that completely will change your mind about how you think about sales. I used to work as a door-to-door salesman, and when I first started out, my sales numbers were far away from impressive. Matter of fact, they were pretty terrible. But within just a month, I became the second best salesman in the entire company, all because I understood the psychology behind door-to-door sales. The key was asking for small steps of commitment 7 times for each door I knocked on. So, for example, the first act of commitment I wanted for my leads was to let me inside their house. I never mentioned the product I was selling. My sole goal was to get them to take this small step. And even though it's a small step, I still had to ask them at least 7 times before they actually let me inside. The second act of commitment I wanted for my leads was to sit down at a table in order for them to be in a comfortable environment to actually make the sale. Now I focus entirely on just getting this small step of commitment for my leads. They would ask me about why I'm here, what I'm trying to sell, etc. I would try to disregard that, handle the objection, and I would focus on just sitting down at the table. This little small step. Sometimes I'd even bring a little pen in my pocket, and I would ask them to hold it while I tie my shoes, since it's an act of commitment from them. And it wasn't until my prospects made at least 5 of these small commitments that I started pitching them. Now, I use this exact concept with every coaching business I help scale by asking for these incremental commitments. We build a strong connection and trust before presenting our offers. So here's what that will look like in a coaching business. So what you see is a VSL funnel, which is the most commonly used method of selling coaching online. And this sales funnel has been proven to work best in the coaching space, and that's why most coaches use it. Now, at the top of the funnel, what you see is your traffic. Can be Instagram, DMs, YouTube, paid ads, etc. Now, this traffic right here is obviously pretty cold. They barely know what you're selling or offering, so obviously we do not pitch them anything at this stage. You wouldn't walk up to a random girl and ask her to marry you, right? Instead, what you do is you ask her for her number. And in business terms, this means sending them to the opt-in right here to collect their contact information. Because having their contact information is what gives us the ability to ask your leads at least 7 times to take these small steps of commitment. And we ask them with emails and SMS, of course. Now, to encourage them to opt in, offer something for free that helps them move one step closer to their dream outcome, or offer something that would help them solve one of their pain points. Now, many coaching businesses, they don't take this initial stage seriously enough. But I mean, the better your free offer is, the more trust and connection you build, making it easier to ask them to take the next small step of commitment, which in this case will be watching your VSL. And of course, if they don't watch it immediately, we'll ask them at least 7 times to do so with emails and SMS. But you might be asking yourself, well, 7 times, that's just too excessive. But remember, we're not screaming at them, and we're not saying that we will kill their entire family if they don't take the next step. No. Instead, we use 3 concepts to ask, which includes story, relatability, and social proof. So each email or SMS should focus on one out of these 3 concepts. And I assure you, asking 7 times with these value-based emails will significantly increase the number of people taking the next small step of commitment. The next step, as you can see, is a VSL. And if you don't know what it means, it stands for a video sales letter. And it's essentially a video encouraging your prospects to jump on a sales call with you. However, the next small step of commitment for your leads won't be to book the call just yet. Instead, it will be to fill out an application form. Because many coaching businesses, they overlook the importance of qualifying leads before sales calls. An application form ensures that you're jumping on calls with qualified prospects. Plus, filling out this form is another small act of commitment. It's a little bit like me, having my little pen, telling them to hold it while I tie my shoes. Now, if they watch the VSL, but they don't fill out the application form, we will ask them 7 times to complete it. Once they've done that, they can book a call. And again, if they don't book the call right away, we're going to ask them 7 times. Now, the most important stage in any VSL funnel is the show up rate. So the time between your prospects booking the call and actually showing up to the call is the most important. Why? Well, because at this point of the funnel, your prospects are incredibly warm since they've received all your emails asking them to take the next step. But in reality, you've provided so much value by having social proof, stories, and relatability, right? It's almost like you've been dating your leads for several months and now is the time to propose. So what I always do when it comes from the time frame of them booking the call and actually showing up, I make sure that they receive at least 8 emails during this time frame. And I also send them a little text message asking them, hey, are you ready to jump on the call tomorrow for the possibility of you achieving the dream outcome? That's as simple as it is. And I assure you, if you ask your prospects for these small acts of commitment, you will see an increase